Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is February 15th, 2024, and it's reported that Jose Maria Enriquez Negreira could testify in a few upcoming weeks, and that he could be testifying to the fact that he was indeed hired to launder money. Also, Hansi Flick has hired a new agent, and I'll tell you who it is and why it's important. And finally, looks like we're gonna have more drama in regards to Gavi's registration with the first team. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo. And before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the kit bag. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you head to Bet Us. Both links for kit bag and Bet Us are down below in the description. Now, I'll begin with the news that Jose Maria Enriquez Negreira is scheduled to testify on the 8th of March. And if he does, it's reported that he will be repeating a previous testimony that he did in private, where he said that he was hired in order to launder money. Now, as you already know by now, Barcelona hired the former referee Jose Maria Enriquez Negreira as a consultant for the club so he can produce reports in regards to referees. And even though this is a common practice in La Liga, where all major clubs have former referees on their payroll who produce reports for the clubs, the problem is that at the same time that Jose Maria Enriquez Negreira was a consultant for Barcelona, he was also one of the many vice presidents of the committee of referees. Now, this prompted the prosecutor's office to open an investigation to see whether Barcelona had bribed referees through the hiring of Jose Maria Enriquez Negreira. And after more than a year of investigation, there has been no evidence that Barcelona influenced the competition or tried to bribe referees or anything of that sort. While the investigation has now changed course to see whether any financial crimes have been committed, and the judge in charge of the investigation, Joaquin Aguirre, has ordered Jose Maria Enriquez Negreira to testify in this case, and his testimony is scheduled for March 8th. And it's expected that if Jose Maria Enriquez Negreira does end up testifying, which of course he has the legal right not to, but if he does testify, they're saying that Jose Maria Enriquez Negreira could end up repeating the same testimony that he already made in private to the authorities, that he was simply hired to launder money. Now, it seems that in this previous testimony, in this previous private testimony, Jose Maria Enriquez Negreira said that he would get paid from Barcelona. He would launder that money and then send it back to the club, which confirms a lot of our doubts that we had since the beginning of the case. This is something I talked about in previous videos, where I said what I really think was happening with Enriquez Negreira was that the previous presidents, Bartomeu and Sandro Rosé, were simply using him to steal money from the club because they were completely overpaying him for those refereeing reports. So this could be an easy way to do that, where you would put it on the books that you're paying for a report. Let's say a report costs 10,000, but you pay 100,000 on the books, when in reality you do pay the 10,000 to Jose Maria Enriquez Negreira and then pocket the 90,000 difference. And that looks kind of like what's been happening here, especially if Negreira does confirm this testimony in open court, where again he had said in the past that he would receive money, launder it, and then send it back to Barcelona, which again proves my hypothesis and the hypothesis of many that Enriquez Negreira was not hired to bribe referees or to influence the competitions. He was hired so those people can steal money from the club itself. Now, of course, no mainstream media outlet in Spain are currently reporting this, because for months and months they sold you the story that Barcelona did bribe referees, that Barcelona did influence the competition, that Barcelona won all those trophies thanks to Negreira. But ever since the prosecutor's office came out and said that there's no evidence of any bribery or any undue influence of the competition, all of a sudden these media outlets have been completely silenced. And today was no difference, where again these media outlets are not reporting that Jose Maria Enriquez Negreira had already testified in private that he was hired in order to launder money, and that he might end up testifying that in open court on March 8th. So make sure to like this video so it can be shared all through YouTube, because people need to hear the truth. Because again, all these mainstream media outlets that sold you the story that Barcelona did bribe referees all of a sudden have been very, very silent for these past few months. Now on to the news that the German coach Hansi Flick, someone who Barcelona are seriously considering to replace Xavi Hernandez as a Barcelona coach, has reportedly hired a new agent, which is no other than Pini Sabi. Now, as I reported before, Deco has already reached out to Hansi Flick to let him know that Barcelona are considering him as one of the candidates to replace Xavi Hernandez. And many reports from Germany were saying that Hansi Flick was very excited for this opportunity, so much so that he has already began taking Spanish classes, and he's even began to assemble his staff because, again, he is looking forward to becoming a Barcelona manager, or at least that's what media are reporting currently in Germany. Well, today, both the media outlets Bild and Sky Sport, two reliable media outlets in Germany, have reported that Hansi Flick has hired Pini Sabi. This is, of course, a big move, and it's very important for many reasons. The number one reason means that Hansi Flick is ready to get back into the game and to become a manager once again, because you could be linked with a big number of clubs, but if you don't have an agent, there's no business that can be conducted, no signings that can be done. And if Hansi Flick has hired an agent, it means that he is ready to get back into the game and to manage a team once again. Now, the second point, or the second reason why this is important, is because Hansi Flick has hired Pini Sabi. Pini Sabi is an international agent. He's not someone that works in local markets. He works on an international level. So that means that Pini Sabi has the intention of going outside of the German market, because he could have easily hired an agent who specializes in the German market, but instead he hired Pini Sabi, who has access not only to the German league, but also to La Liga, the Premier League, Italian league, all around the world. And the third reason why this is very important is because Pini Sabi is a very good friend of Joan Laporta. He doesn't have good relationship like Jorge Mendes does. No, he's actually a friend. So he's a step ahead of Jorge Mendes. He's someone who's had business dealings with Joan Laporta in the past. Pini Sabi is, of course, Robert Lewandowski's agent. It's thanks to Pini Sabi that Barcelona were able to sign the Polish striker. And that was not the only time that Pini Sabi has helped Barcelona. He has also helped Barcelona with the Negreira case, and he's helped them in many other operations in the past. So the fact that Pini Sabi is now Hansi Flick's agent, this is definitely a huge plus in Barcelona's column. Now, this doesn't mean that Barcelona will for sure sign Hansi Flick, because it's reported that Flick also has a lot of interest in the Premier League. That's to add to the interest of Bayern Munich of bringing him back if you do end up sacking Tuchel. So there's definitely a lot of competition out there for Hansi Flick. But for now, it is looking positive for Barcelona, because again, Pini Sabi really close to Laporta, and plus those many reports saying that Hansi Flick is very excited about the prospects of becoming a Barcelona manager. Now, we will end today's video with the news that the registration of Gavi, or the drama of the registration of Gavi, will continue for quite some time. Now, as you might recall, Gavi signed his contract as a first-team player back in 2022, and he signed until 2026 with a €1 billion release clause. And Barcelona attempted to register that contract with La Liga, but it was rejected. And as such, Barcelona filed a lawsuit with the court, and the court ordered La Liga to register Gavi as a first-team player, which La Liga did. But then La Liga appealed that decision, and then the court reversed itself, canceling out Gavi's registration. And then Barcelona appealed that decision, and once again Gavi's registration was reinstated. But La Liga have also appealed that, and it has yet to we have yet to get a decision in regards to that appeal. So right now, even though Gavi is registered as a first-team player, if the appellate court ends up siding with La Liga, his registration can once again be annulled, and once again he would go back, or he would revert back to his Juvenil A, or under 19 youth team contract. Now, Barcelona had reportedly sat down with La Liga today to put their arguments aside and try to reach an agreement or a settlement with La Liga to register Gavi. It was reported that both sides had reached an agreement, and after an hour or so, La Liga issued a statement denying that they had reached an agreement with Barcelona, which either means that both sides did not reach an agreement, or maybe they did reach an agreement, but something happened that derailed the entire thing. But one thing is for sure, that Gavi has yet to be registered with La Liga officially. He's still registered under that court order. So it seems that his registration will drag on for more time, and Barcelona are going to have to find a solution, because again, Gavi cannot continue to be registered under the court order, because if the court decides to reverse itself, then we're going to have a big problem where Gavi is no longer going to be registered as a first team player. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I would like to invite all of you to please leave a comment down below, giving me all your thoughts and opinions about all the news that I share with you. And finally, I would like to invite all of you to please subscribe to the channel so you can stay current on all the latest news in regards to our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. And as always, Visca Barça.